Welcome back to Bill's Bets and Beers. I'm the host, Chad. This is a channel where I mostly talk about Bills football, NFL in general, walk through my parlays I put in for the week, my Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football parlays, as well as the normal Sunday football parlays in there. And occasionally do a tasting and rating of Tasty Brew. I try to pick some local IPAs from there to put on there and highlight. But let's go and get into this video. As you can tell, this is going to be a Monday Night Football preview, prediction, and parlay video. I'm not super excited about this Monday Night Football game. I mean, not that it doesn't have potential to be a game. It's just a lot of these primetime games have been lackluster in a sense. Either they're blowouts or they're just not good offensively played games. Which, I mean, I don't mind a defensive game either, but when both offenses and defense aren't playing that solid, it just doesn't make it too exciting of a game. But who knows? Maybe these Colts and Steelers will show out, have a nice offensive game going on, or at least a strong defensive game where it's action-packed game, in a sense. But yeah, let's get into this. I got a small little injury report before we actually get into these parlays and like predictions and whatnot, but let's get into that. For the Colts, you have For the Colts, you have defensive tackle DeForest Buckner, the ribs/illness designation. He did not practice Thursday, Friday, and he was a full participation on Saturday. So he's set as questionable. I'm guessing he's going to play, but who knows? I mean, yes, he said a full practice Saturday, but that Saturday practice probably wasn't too huge at this point, but who knows? Then you have the tight end, Kylene Granson, illness. Did not participate all week, and he was doubtful. He must have some massive flu going on or some stomach bug going on that's not able to kick. If he's able to clear up and able to actually get some, like, probably some food and some, like, nutrition into him, then I'm guessing he's going to play. But if it's listed as doubtful, most likely not seeing him out there. Defensive end, Kwity Paye. He has an ankle injury. He did not practice all week, and he is out. So that probably is going to be a pretty big hit for them. And then you have defensive end Yannick Ngakoue, back injury, limited practice Friday, did not participate on Saturday. He's listed as questionable. With a downgrade after a certain part of the week, that's definitely not a solid look for him to play, so I would not look for him out there, at least on Monday. And then you have outside linebacker, Zaire Franklin, and he had an illness designation. He did not participate on Saturday, and he was set as questionable. So definitely something to look at this point. I mean, with the illness that close to a game, obviously you get him a full participation on Sunday, which mostly is just a walkthrough. So who knows where they're at with him right now, but will definitely be interesting. Next up, you have there wasn't much going on for the Steelers at this point. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Running back Jalen Warren, hamstring, he's out. Then you have cornerback and Kilo Witherspoon, hamstring out as well. That'll definitely be a big part of this game. I mean, having a starting quarterback out is not great. And then you have wide receiver Miles Boykin. He had an oblique injury, and he is questionable. So that's it for the injury report. Pretty short. I mean, wasn't much on the Steelers' website for their injury report, which I usually try to grab from because I usually have most up-to-date content on there, but definitely weird. So I did a Monday Night Football 6-leg parlay through DraftKings. Um, I went a little bold on probably both these actually, just to see if I could hit anything. I said Jonathan Taylor 2+ touchdowns. I think he's probably gonna get one catching and probably one rushing, or probably both rushing, honestly. But either or, it doesn't matter. Then I have Jonathan Taylor over 99.5 rushing yards. I think he's just gonna be able to get going against this defense, and at least do something, have a breakout game because he hasn't had one in a game or so. Then I had George Pickens over 69.5 receiving yards. I just see him having a bit of a game against this Colts defense. Like I said, this has a potential to be a game where the defenses haven't been great on both sides, and the offenses have been lacking as well. But hopefully, if both offenses can kind of get to a rhythm and make this a little bit more of a game. And then I have Pat Fryermuth, the tight end over the Steelers. I have him getting over 49.5 reception yards. I think, yes, that's a total of like 120 right there just for two players on the Steelers. Seems a little high. I just see them getting the targets. They're going to be ones getting the targets and getting the receptions and yards. Then I have Michael Pittman Jr. God, man, it's getting me top yelling. Sorry. 60+ yards receiving. I just see him being the guy to get the receiving yards at least on the Colts team. Because if I'm predicting this right, and Jonathan Taylor gets rushing, and he gets those touchdowns, it's gonna open up, and Pittman's gonna be able to probably get like a 25-30 yard bomb in his direction. And I also put a Najee Harris anytime touchdown. I just think he's going to score at least once. Overall odds are plus 14,000. Thankful coming mostly from the 2 touchdowns at Jonathan Taylor, which surprisingly is still lowish. It was only plus 300 or 340. So it turns my $1 into 141 bucks. And then I got my other parlay. I put it through Caesar. It's Monday Night Football 5-leg parlay. I did a Paris Campbell anytime touchdown. He has been getting them occasionally, and it has been a couple weeks since he got one, so I see him getting another touchdown. Then I put in a Kenny Pickett anytime touchdown. This means if you're not used to putting parlays in and whatnot, he has to run it in or catch it. He can't throw it to get the points. So I just think Kenny Pickett's going to get close to the end zone and just scamper out and get a touchdown. Najee Harris will probably get stopped up a little bit, and then he's going to just maneuver in and out of the pocket and get like a 5-yard run for a touchdown or 2 or 3-yard run for a touchdown. He has had them throughout the year, so it's not too far-fetched. Like I said, both these are pretty far out, like at least stat-wise, and but they're definitely doable. That's why I like to do these, because it's been so hard to predict these games and what's going to happen that you're going to miss on most likely going to miss on one of them. But if you hit on all of them, it's great. Then I also put in Paris Campbell over 45.5 receiving yards. Like I said, I do see Pittman Jr. getting most of the receptions, but I'm playing devil's advocate. If he's not getting them, Paris Campbell is most likely going to get those targets. Then I put Najee Harris over 63.5 rushing yards. Same thing, devil's advocate. I'm just playing both sides. I'm just not playing the Jonathan Taylor rush yards this time. I put that on the other parlay, so this time I'm putting Najee Harris on it. And then I'm putting Gunnar Ozlowski, and I'm putting him over 11.5 receiving yards. Very low, and he's been getting some targets and getting around 20-30 yards. So I see him having a game. He's at least been targeted a couple times last game and got like around 30 yards. So I think he's going to probably get around the same this game. Overall odds are at plus 10,000. So I put $1 down, I can get $101 back. Pretty good for a 5-leg, to be honest. That's why I usually do 6 legs. Is 6 legs usually kicks it up towards that 10,000 mark. But yeah, that's gonna be it for that. Score prediction on this, I have this being most likely like a 20, probably a 24-21 type of game, or something along those lines, where it's not gonna be too high scoring, but I still think or it's like a 24-17. I still think one of the teams are gonna get up towards like mid 20s, and the other one's probably gonna be towards like the low like 18, like probably 17 to 20 points. But I do see the Colts winning this game. Yes, the Colts haven't been great, but they have had decent games. They almost beat the Eagles. They had a pretty big win over KC earlier in the year. Things like that have been going well for them. So I think this would be a game where they're not playing a super great team. So I think it's going to be a game where the competition's going to be pretty good for them. But anyways, I got some upcoming videos. I'm going to be dropping a Bills vs. Patriots preview. Jeez, Simba. And prediction on probably Monday, because it's going to be a Thursday night game. So we can get some, have it out there for a couple days for people to at least look out for it. And then Thursday night football, since the Bills are playing, I'm doing a Thursday night football update and parlays. So I'll drop the parlays then, and then I'll also put some updates. So I'll just probably updated injury report and things like that, because it's almost pointless to put an injury report out for tomorrow's video, because it just doesn't make any sense at this point in time, because they're going to have Tuesday, Thursday to practice, and they're probably only going to be able to get like 1-2 practices in. I mean, I'll probably still put a small injury report in there or something like that, but it just seems useless. And then Bills vs. Patriots post-game reaction as well. That I'm going to try to get out on Friday instead of Saturday like I did this time. So let's get to these sponsor portions, and I'm going to be heading out. Check out my wife's Instagram, Crochet with Elisha. It's crochet with, spelled out, WITHELISHA. She makes gloves, mittens, hats, scarves, anything you could think of for the winter, even jackets like cardigans and stuff like that for kids and adults. They're very warm. They'll definitely keep your kid warm or you warm in this cold weather coming up, at least in New York. Then she makes blankets, dolls, beer koozies, bikinis, tops and bottoms, shirts, anything you could think of, she's made it. Go check her out. Send her a DM with any information on what you like, and she'll shoot the cost back to you and what you would need to buy for it and stuff like that. And she'll probably ask for some size measurements and things like that along the lines too, if you're getting cardigans and stuff. Then my buddy Evan, he's over there at Mr. Nasty Time. He has a YouTube channel as well. It's MR_NASTYTYYYME. He does a lot of stuff with the NFL. He does a weekly power rankings, 1 through 32, about an hour-long video, a lot of good content in it. He also does some MMA stuff as well, going through the fighting cards, usually the main card, and just picking some fights out and walking through how the fighters fight, explaining what he thinks is going to happen. So definitely look for him. for information on that to put some bets down, and also has been using it for streaming as of late. He's been doing a lot of Warzone 2.0 since it came out, and has been doing Modern Warfare 2 as well. He does a lot of different types of games. I'm guessing he's going to start pumping out some some Madden, because he just got that picked up as well. So, and he does a lot of franchise stuff with that. He likes to tinker and do a lot of general manager type stuff. So definitely check him out. Very funny content, and the chat gets a little wild sometimes, so beware. But yeah, that's gonna be it. As always, go Bills, and I'll see you next time.